Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Texas Motor Speedway as we get ready for race number 18 of Season 5 Oreo Truck Series. Getting ready today for the Winstar World Casino 400 with Maggie Darbu on the pole for this race. A lot of drivers now, with this being race 18, no, there's only 8 more race weekends. You heard right, only 8 more opportunities after today for these drivers to clinch themselves spots in the chase for the championship. What drivers are going to be able to capitalize on that opportunity? This track could be a key player into one of those drivers today. Maggie Darbu, as I said, on the pole alongside of her Johnson and Dino. Both these drivers have a win this season. If they can't get into the top 10 in points, they'll try and get the wild card spot. A victory today could help them towards that end. Matthew Rodriguez, he'll line up in the third position. Matt Rod ended up winning last week his second race of the season. It came at Daytona. He's moved himself up to 4th in points. He's trying to continue on his streak of momentum. Alongside of him, Ron Houston in the 15, who really needs to get his season going if he's going to get up inside the top 10 anytime soon, as he comes in 20th in the points. He's a former winner this season at Bristol. He's looking for his second win of the season here today. Same deal for the final driver inside the top 5. That's Jacob Cook. He ended up winning back at Las Vegas. He wants to win again to get himself a possible chase berth with a wild card position. Going to have a pretty interesting points battle for the lead in the points today, I believe. We got Adam Chambers. He comes into this race a total of 8 points now ahead of Dylan Poteet. Then it's a total of 10 points back to Sean Galligan, and then 11 back to last week's winner, Matthew Rodriguez. So it's really, really close. The battle for the points lead. We'll have to see who's going to come out on top here today. Can Adam Chambers survive another week as the points leader, or will we have another points leader again atop the points this week here in the Truck Series? They've been tossing the points lead around like a hot potato, as I said last week. We'll see what the case is going to be here today. 17-lap event ready to get underway. Here comes the starting lineup for today's event here at Texas Motor Speedway here in the Winstar World Casino 400. Now entering turn number 3 and into turn 4. This track is very well known for photo finishes. A lot of drivers able to make the move here out of turn 4, and then they drag race it down to the line on this D-shaped front straightaway. Will that be the case here today? Here we go. Getting ready to go under green here. Maggie Darbu, Johnson and Dino ready to put us under the green flag. And there it is. It is waving. We're underway here at Texas Motor Speedway. We got quite a few drivers in this field. This is their home track. So Harmon there in the 1, still filling in for Trent Dunham. Also Chris Dollerton back there. A lot of Texas drivers in this field. We'll see who may come out on top here. Here comes Matthew Rodriguez going right to work for the lead. Underneath the Maggie Darbu, help from his teammate there on the inside line, Jacob Cook. He and his teammate in the 39, both former winners this season. There's Eric Burton. He ended up winning back, I believe it was at, he won at Charlotte, which actually, in all honesty, is kind of almost like Texas Motor Speedway, just mostly you run it at night. And here comes Eric Burton down to the bottom. He knows how to get around tracks that are built just like this. And he's going to get stuck in the middle, courtesy of the rookie, Stephen Pollard III. Here is a guy who really, really needs a good run. Stephen Pollard, the third, came out this season really, really strong. Was up inside the top 10 for a majority of this season. But some hard luck, including a DNF last week at Daytona, has dropped him all the way down to 17th in points. He really needs to get back on track if he's going to try and make his first career Oreo Truck Series chase. Here comes Ryan Acosta now down to the bottom, along with Anthony McCurry, and there's Nicole Williams. A lot of drivers are starting to see here. Jake Rogers trying to work their way up here. Drivers that right now are not mathematically eligible to get into the chase. They've got to get their hopes a little bit brighter with a good run here today, possibly a win, as McCurry is going to go to the lead. He's trying to ride the momentum of picking up his second Snickers Cup Series victory of the season last week at Daytona, trying to move that momentum over here to the trucks. And there's Nicole Williams right behind him. I think I see Dom Capps making a move to the inside of Seth Cole. That's for third. There's Barney Ward there, Dylan Young. And for the first time today, the caution is waving. Anthony McCurry is going to lead us under our first yellow. The caution coming out on lap number 4, I believe. And whoa! Seth Cole, Anthony McCurry, and Dom Capps all getting together. I don't know what it is about the 24's luck under the caution flag, but that is the second time in 3 weeks that Dom Capps has gotten turned around or gotten involved in something under the yellow flag when the cars are settling out to find their positions. He was leading at Dover, got involved in an incident there, and now here he and Anthony McCurry and Seth Cole make contact. I think they're all good to go, though. I don't think they've got that much damage. McCurry's going to continue. Let's see where... Yeah, Seth Cole, Dom Capps, they're going to move up to their spots, so they're going to be able to continue. Question is, though, who did the caution come out for? And it's almost looking like it could have been Matthew Rodriguez, Maggie Vedaravu, James McLeod, and Zohar Monad. This may have had some drivers who were up at the front of the field at one point involved in this incident. We're going to have to look at a replay and find out. First caution of the day waves at Texas Motor Speedway. Now here it was. Let's see if we can find out where the contact begins. Yeah, they went 4 wide here with Bob Jones, Richard Johnson, James McLeod, and Eric Burton. Not a wise decision at all. There you see Matthew Rodriguez and Maggie Vedaravu. They're caught up on the high side, having to whoa up in order to avoid getting caught up in this incident. There is Zohar Monad. He's just going to get clipped by Maggie Vedaravu after he bounces off his own teammate, Colin Welty. Andrew Gonzalez is going to get involved in it. There's Margaret Mason. I was going to say Maggie Vedaravu again. Emilio Navert may have gotten a piece of it there in the 5. Gonzalez is going to spin it out. So does Monad. So does McLeod. So does Margaret Mason. And Rob Ajara Jr. going to get held up behind this as well. There's Bob Jones' machine. And Richard Johnson's machine. Well, there have been incidents that have taken place here in Texas on this front straightaway that have been much worse than this. This was relatively, on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe a 2. This was not exactly a huge pileup and not one of those vicious crashes we've seen take place here with the high speeds of Texas. So we had probably about 8-9 drivers involved in this incident. Not really anybody leaving with that extensive of damage on their trucks. So this may have been what we call in the NNSCRA an inconsequential caution, but we'll find out what the end story is going to be as we go back for the restart. When we go back to green, it'll be on lap 9 of 17. That is going to give us a total of 9 laps to go here today. Anthony McCurry out in front looking for his first Truck Series victory of the season. Then you got Nicole Williams in 2nd, Seth Cole 3rd, Dom Capps 4th, and Barney Ward is in 5th. Jake Rogers 6th, 7th, Dylan Young. Ryan Acosta is going to run at 8th. Nick Eggleston is currently 9th, and 10th place is Stephen Pollard III. Then you got Tony Blazer 11th, Johnson Anito 12th, Sky Commons 13th, 14th Ron Houston, Danica Shirley 15th, Sean Headley is in 16th, Alex Tanker is 17th, 18th place is Luke Walker, and Jacob Cook is 19th with the top 20 completed by 3-time winner this season, Sean Galligan. How about those other drivers that are battling for the points lead here today? There's the points leader, Adam Chambers. He's going to restart this race back in the 26th position. There is Matthew Rodriguez, 31st. That's where he's going to start this race back up. And there is a name that is ominously missing from this lineup. And it was Dylan Pote. He and Christopher Martin have retired from this race. What has happened to second in points Dylan Pote and 11th in points Christopher Martin? Carter Keselowski and Derek Reed are far back there at the tail end of this field too. Were they caught up in some incident? I don't know for certain, but we're going to have to find out because this is huge. Two drivers have DNF'd, and they're drivers that I don't even know how they retired from this race or why they retired from this race. Dylan Pote, who came in second in points, only 8 points back from Adam Chambers, and Christopher Martin, who could have gotten himself inside the top 10 in points here today. Seth Cole going for the lead there with Dom Capps. But I'm still completely flabbergasted. What was it that happened to Pote and Martin that had them retire from this race? As they battle for the lead here, we're going to quickly step aside, see if we can quickly get a look at a replay. Hopefully these guys won't go under the caution while we're gone, but we have to see what happened to those two drivers. This was back when the caution flag waved for the first time today, and that incident with Anthony Mercuri, Seth Cole, and Dom Capps took place on the back straightaway. Watch right here. What a tough break for these four drivers. Reed, Martin, Poteet, and Keselowski. Everybody just backs right up here. Then Derek Reed's into the back of Hayden Klein, Martin into the back of Reed, Poteet into the back of Martin, and Keselowski into the back of Poteet. Felix Harris also got into the back of Keselowski there. That is just a tough break. That sent Martin and Poteet back behind the wall. They didn't even get a chance to be able to try and get up to the front here under green. That is a tough break for those two drivers as well as for rookies Derek Reed, Carter Keselowski, and Felix Harris. Okay, so we're back here. Ron Houston now taking the lead. We got some new players up here at the front as we're on lap 13 of 17, getting ready to come down and receive lap 14. 4 laps to go as Luke Walker now looks down to the bottom. Luke Walker's been oh so close on many occasions. He nearly closed the deal at Castle Gorge, almost closed the deal last week at Daytona. Just has not been able to get to victory lane this season. Can today be the day? As the battle's on for a second between Cole Williams and Johnson Adino, here comes Sean Henley into the picture. Now Henley could certainly capitalize on some hardships by some drivers here today, including Matthew Rodriguez and Dylan Poteet. That could move him back up into the hunt for the points lead, as Henley's been having a bit dismal few weeks in the past 3 or 4 events. As Cole Williams now goes to the lead, here comes Kyle Sosnowski now looking to go down low underneath of Sean Henley for second place. Here comes also Jacob Cook. How about Sean Galligan? Always up here at the front at the end. Could he be going for his career high 4th victory of the season? 2 laps to go. Here comes Sosnowski down to the bottom, looking for the top spot. Jacob Cook going to go in the middle. Sean Galligan going to go way down to the bottom. He's going to look for second place. Here comes Alex Tanker. Alex Tanker 6th in points. What a day he's having. Oh, the caution! Caution out. Cittadino has spun. Justin Cittadino and several others have spun out. And they're coming to the line. This is going to end this race. And Kyle Sosnowski, finally, after 1.5 seasons, is finally going to pick up his first career Oreo Truck Series victory. He has been waiting and waiting and waiting. Last season, it looked like he was going to make the Oreo Truck Series chase. Just barely missed out on that. Had a winless season in his rookie season. This season, up to this race, completely winless. Finally, after 1.5 seasons of trying, Kyle Sosnowski is going to pick up his first career Oreo Truck Series victory. A 2-time Mobile and Cup Series winner this season. In his rookie season, there in that series. And now, a winner in the Oreo Truck Series. Sosnowski now going to be looking for the ever-coveted first career Snickers Cup Series victory in the near future. But today, right place, right time. That caution came out at a perfect moment for Sosnowski. He's going to come down. Kyle Sosnowski wins the Winstar World Casino 400 at Texas Motor Speedway. Alex Tanker going to get runner-up position. Second place for him. Stephen Pollard, the third, is going to be third. Sean Galligan, fourth. His teammate Jake Rogers, fifth. Then it was Luke Walker, Jacob Cook, Nicole Williams, Ryan Acosta, and Danica Shirley is going to complete the top 10. Who was involved in that incident? Oh, Sean Henley was in it. There is the John Cittadino machine. I know he was involved. And it looks like there could be damage to the points leader, Adam Chambers, too. Henley now working his way past other drivers. Don't know where he finished this race, but Sosnowski, we do know, finishes this race in position numero uno. The Speed Energy Dodge had enough speed to get him the win today. His first career Truck Series victory. As always, we'll take a look at the top 10, even though we ran through it. Sosnowski ends up winning today. Then you've got Alex Tanker in second. He came in 6th in points. This is a good run for him. Stephen Pollard in third. I don't know if this is going to be enough to get him back up inside the top 10 in points, but he's going to get awfully close with a third place run. Sean Galligan, new points leader, we're being told. They continue to swap that points lead around. He's going to finish 4th today. Jake Rogers, nice run for him in 5th. A great run for Penske Racing. Penske Racing always seems to do well here at Texas Motor Speedway. I remember back last season we were at Texas, Dougie Shears and Red Bell driving the Blue Deuce and the 22 completed a weekend sweep of the Truck Series events there. So Penske and this track, apparently they know each other pretty doggone well. Luke Walker in 6th place. He's 14th in points. He may be up inside the top 10 in points after today. Jacob Cook in 7th. 8th place, Nicole Williams. Ryan Acosta, nice to see him get a good finish in 9th. And Danica Shirley, she'll stay inside the top 10 in points. She came in 5th in points today. A nice top 10 run for that rookie. Well, I think that according to our points, Alex Tanker has just by a few points taken the rookie points lead from Danica Shirley. And Sean Gallagher, we now know, is going to be the new points leader heading into next week's race, which is going to come, I believe, from Poconos. So hope you guys will tune in for that. We got 2 events coming up here still, the Mobile and Stickers Cup Series events at Texas. Hope you'll tune in for those. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed today's race. Subscribe to become part of the crew today. Congratulations once again to Kyle Sosnowski on his first career Truck Series win. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best.